Hello, beautiful planner girls. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Aline from Digital Plans. I am so beyond excited to be here with you all and start with 2023 preparations in my planners. I am super happy with my planner for 2023. This is obviously going to be my functional planner, and I made this especially because I couldn't find something that I absolutely love, that I absolutely adore, and I just really wanted to be 100% functional. I wanted, of course, to have like a little bit of an aesthetic, because why not? But I was eyeing the actual, paper planners, which are like super minimal, super beautiful, functional. They look luxe, they look chic, and I really wanted that. And I wanted it to look like realistic with like the planner and all of that. So I ended up making one because I couldn't find one that I just truly love, and I put every single thing to like run my life smoothly. Like, this is completely percent functional, and it's got like the aesthetic, and I am so happy about it. It is very goal oriented, it is very project oriented, it is very like productivity, but also it gives you freedom to like add up anything that you might want or like. It's got a lot of like financial support built into it, as well as routines, which I think is like the most efficient way to like actually build habits and to actually accomplish goals is through your routine. So this has all of that in there, and I am so happy. I like really need to start setting it up because it hits December, and I'm like, I start like panicking over the next year. Like, I need to like get it together, So do grab yourself a little cup of coffee or tea, whatever you fancy. Pull out your planner, whichever one it is that you're using. I will link the one that I'm using down below. Grab yourself your planner, and let's start setting up for 2023. My gosh. Okay, so this is my little inbox, and I will have like a proper, flip through of the planner. This is just me really setting it up. But if you want like a complete flip through, you can, I'll link it down below so that you can get it. But in my inbox, I definitely want to add a couple of things. This planner does come with a ton of different things, and one of them, which I think is very functional, and I'm gonna have like a whole video on these, are task cards and journaling cards. So I'm gonna do also monthly cards. I'm gonna change these layout pretty much on a monthly basis. So I definitely want to add here January, just to have this like at a glance when I open, and my inbox is gonna be like my everything that's on my mind type of thing. So what can we do? We can put it like here, and maybe I clip it, or we can put it here like going from the like secretary pocket here, and we can like crop it to make it look like it's coming out of it. I don't know, maybe we can just like put it here and also put like a paper clip. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it here and we'll see. Maybe I'll put like a paper clip on it, so like to hold it, but I just really want to have this at a glance. And then any like important events, this does come with some stickers. Anything I can mark with little teardrops or with whatever I want. What color do I want to use? I'm gonna use nude. I feel like this is my favorite color at the moment. So we're just gonna like use it here on the first, because obviously New Year's, and then every single time that I have like a special thing, I can mark it here and just have like a little at glance. Sometimes it is like you need a calendar and you're like flipping and going through your phone and like, where the heck is my calendar app? Just having it right here is like really nice. Okay, the 6th is also festive here in Mexico, so I think I'm gonna also add the nude colored teardrop there. Just because it does affect my work and my family business, so just like having those things there are important for me to keep like track on. And I might be going on vacation, I'm not quite sure when, so if I come back on these days, I can put a little teardrop or whatever. So that is it. You can also go into the stickers through here. As you can see, we have like teardrops, corners, highlights, and day dots, and if you click on any of them, it will bring you here, and it will give you also the color of that, so that like the little hex code, so that you can go ahead and grab that color if you want to highlight or do whatever to like match the whole aesthetic as well. And then I'm gonna go ahead with my task cards. I'm so excited. I definitely feel like I'm gonna have a full on video with task cards, because it's important. This is not going to be all of the ones that come in the planner. Shall we do black? Like, I have so many task cards to create. Just like a little to do. I also want to have like a little brain dump thing of like a list. So I think I'm just going to grab that when I do it. Maybe do like a little planner routine here. We'll see. I'm going to do a whole video on task cards. So I'm just going to fill these with task cards and things like that. Just like little memos that you can just go ahead and write really quickly and have everything in your inbox. The idea of the inbox is to just have a place where you can jot things down really quickly. Like, you don't have all the time the ability to be like going into your calendars and setting things up nicely and adding all of your appointments, you know, going into your goals. Like, sometimes things pop into your head and you just want to like really quickly jot them down and you don't even know what to do with the information. Like, there's, I don't know, a lot of things that also cause anxiety to just like jot it down. And then whenever you sit down in your planner and you see all of that list, you can start doing things with it. Like, oh, this task I need to schedule it, so go into the calendar in the proper date and put it down and make a plan for it. Or this thing is something that I really don't need to do, really don't need to worry about it. Maybe I should tell somebody else to handle this. Maybe I should put this into my goals. Maybe I, you know, so it can be like a book recommendation. Oh, I'm gonna write that down or I'm gonna look it up in Kindle, but you don't have the time to do it like that moment. That's what my inbox really is going to be about. And I love to have like this little free space for my mind. So that is nice. I definitely want to go into my yearly calendar and definitely start, you know, putting dots on things. I do have here like a little thing, and I do kind of wanted to like use a little bit of a highlighter to highlight things that are, you know, important. So New Year's Day, of course, we can highlight that whole thing. Another thing that is like real important that I would want to like come back and see here. First day of spring, for example, because there's some cute ones like International Day of Happiness. That's cute, but I don't really need to know that at a glance, you know? You can, of course, also add your own little holidays and whatnot, but those are the ones that I know that I'm going to be wanting to like set a glance. Here we have winter. Okay, now we're set up for that. But you can do that. You can use highlighter. You can like whatever it is that works for you. You can add, you know, depending on where you live, your own. You can use teardrops in here, and everything is completely linked. So if you're looking at your calendar and you know that a day is important, you can click on it and it will take you to that date, and you can just like make the note and whatnot. So let's go back into our yearly calendar. I definitely need to start like dotting these, but also like, you know, I need to actually check like what the heck is going on in my life. But for now, I feel like days that are like festive, I need to like pop here. And I'll continue to do that and do color coordination. So that's going to be my color. I think that's dusk. I'm going to do dusk for festive days. I'm going to do bear days in another color, maybe rose, you know, like just choose my teardrops accordingly. And maybe I'll make like a little key again with my task cards. Year preparations. This is now when we really start getting into the, you know, more like goals type of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead in this one. You have like year preparation and then year reflection. So these you do at the beginning of the year, and then these at the end of the year, and you compare them. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and do this a little bit quietly, because these are going to be more, you know, personal things that you kind of have to think about. This is more like a reflection of what your year wants, what you want your year to be, and all of that. So we're gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are working on these. I did use the 2 columns a little bit. I started, filling this up with word of the year, which for me is going to be growth, because I want to grow in lots of different aspects. I want my business to grow. I want my career to grow. I want my family business to grow. We're doing a lot of, working towards growing things. So growth is going to be my word of the year. I do have like a little quote I found on Pinterest that I liked that resonated with my growth this year. And then things I'm looking forward, I definitely want to get my bachelor degree finally. I want to start applying for masters. I want to travel to see family, and I want to start joining my book clubs, which is part of, growing a little bit my community, which I wrote a little bit throughout here. And by that I mean I want to have a little bit more friends that are more like that have more ideas like mine. So I feel like joining book clubs would be a really good place to start. It's not just like we think the same way or something like that, but people that also really love the books that I kind of like. We can have like discussions about it, just like people that would again make me grow a little bit more as a person and help me understand other concepts, also grow my horizons a little bit by learning about new books, things like that. So I did just like went ahead and fill this out except for my goals, because I do have like a goal page for all of these, and just like add a little bullet points of things that I might want to take action on, which is very important in this planner, is just like take these and take action on it. So I love a to-do list. So I just started doing some bullet points of things that I can do today. And a lot of it has to do with planning ahead, setting routines, because I feel like that's the way to accomplish goals. But for now, we're going to go into the next section, which is our quarterlies. And I don't know if I want to start doing these. You do have them set up here so that you can like click easily on them. Quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can again use the day dots, use the teardrops. You can also use like little highlights if you want like a highlight a whole section or whatever, and just like put important dates. You can do goals, you can do a to-do, you can do festivities, birthdays, things like that. You can do whatever you want. And here you do have like a little to-do list and a note. I'm not like that far off through this. I feel like whenever January hits, that's when I'm gonna start like going insane with all of these, especially because I feel like I'm gonna do my quarterlies for my Etsy shop, so I want to set up here like releases and whatnot. So yeah, I'm leaving that blank for now because I need to like think more through this. And then we have this goals page, which I am so excited to use. So let me grab some coffee. Hold on. Okay, so here we have 6 different goals for the year. So we have goal number 1, 2, 3, and so on until goal number 6. And then we have things that we want to accomplish with that goal throughout 1 month. So what can we do in 1 month? What are the accomplishments? What are the steps that we're going to take in the first month so that we can accomplish that goal? And then we're going to do the same thing in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then at the end of the year, what is going to be our progress looking like? And then we have, if we swipe or if we click on these ones, we have the first month. So we have like in a month, and then we have like all of our goals here and all of the steps, and then a little place for a reward if we did well. And then at the end of the month, we can also go in here and check like our highlights, our motivation, challenges, proud moments, goal progress, and a little reflection part here. So we can like really work through all of our goals. And also, for example, this is 1 month, so at the end of January, let's see here, we have like a little reflection here for January, and we are finishing up, when we're finishing up all of our monthly stuff and we come into our monthly reflection, you have a little sticker here that says you have goals to review, and when you click on it, it will take you to this page so that you can actually fill it in and you don't forget. You won't, you have that little reminder at the end of January that you have a month of your goal setting, and you have to come here and review. And if things didn't get like accomplished and stuff like that, it's okay. You can move on and like change things, put that in your reflection, and not like, I didn't accomplish it because why? What do I need to change? What do I need to move to like actually keep going to the direction that I want? So this is gonna be super useful. Again, I think I'm setting this up alone. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna just like go ahead and like think hard on this. And like come up with my 6 goals. If you already have them and you put them up here in like your little reflection for the year, then you can just go ahead and copy them in here and just like organize them better and like do step-by-step things. So those are all of our little, month setting month accomplishment. And then we go into the monthlies. Before we get into the monthlies, we should check all of these ones right here. So this is the goals that we just showed you, and then this is the routines, which I do really want to go ahead and set up. So we have like a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and you can use this for whatever you want. Then we have this weekly, which is like basically your perfect week. What do you really want to be like doing every single week to make your week super productive, but also you want to take care of yourself and you want to do like all the things. You can like put it here. And you can check in your goals to see, if you're actually working towards them every single week. So that's nice. And then we have your planning routine, which I definitely want to set up because there's a lot of things that I want to keep track. So for example, if you go into the monthlies, in January, you do have sections for everything. So on the monthly basics, or is this on a daily basics, or is this on a weekly basis? Gosh, I definitely want to do, for my weeklies, I definitely want to do like a little weekly finance thingy. So I'm just gonna like do here, and I'm gonna do like a budget for the week. Oh, that's awful. We're just gonna use the text. Budget, and I'm gonna do budget. Things like that. So I'm just gonna do these, and then I'm gonna go ahead and this is for my planning. So I need to set up my budget page every week. Things like that. Also, I wanted to share with you really quickly. Do have a finance section. Let's just like go through the tabs. So you do have like a little finance overview. I'm gonna be doing this at the end of the summer because there's things that I want to pay off and whatnot. So you do have like a little page to see your net worth, which I think is super cool and super fun and important to know your finance overview. So you will pay like starting debt if you have any debt, starting savings, your income goal, your giving goal. So, how much you want to be giving, savings, and then you have debt payoff goal. You have little overview. If you click on this, you will go to the finance section of each month. We have income, expenses, debt, savings, and giving, which I think are all really important. The next part here is recurring payments. So all of those subscriptions, all of those important things to pay off that you pay every single, whatever it is, every single like month, every single week, things like that. You can add them in here and you can categorize them. We have a savings challenge if you want. For like each week you can like add a little bit and see how much you saved that year, which is really nice and something really important. Debt payment, if you have any debts, you can do this. I feel like I'm gonna be doing this with my credit card, so I'm just gonna like duplicate this page and I'm gonna have like gold credit card if I owe anything, things like that, interest rate, target date, minimum payment, things like that, and just like be checking my balance here to like see how I'm doing and how much I'm spending and stuff like that. We have a non-spend little calendar here so that you can check off the days that you're not spending, and if you did spend, you can add here like the description of the item you spend on and the amount. You have a little place for notes and just like wish list parking lot, which is like when you really want to buy something but you don't know if you should, like it's not a necessity, you put it here, and then at the end of the month, if you feel like you really still want that, you can go ahead and purchase it, or you're like, what, it's a good thing I didn't splurge on that. You can copy this page into any of the months and use it. And then you have resources and tools, which I really am excited about because a lot of the times I need this information and I don't know where it is. So you have like your name, your account number, security information, type, category, username, and password. And I'm going to be using these for all of the bank accounts that I have, which, with managing, my personal stuff, family business things, my own business things, and everything, it's a lot to like keep track of. But you can also use this not only for banking account, but anything that really has important information regarding your finance, you put it in here. So that's like the little finance section. And then we have a little journaling. If you want to journal, you can. So that is really nice and important. I'm going to go back in my inbox because I wanted to share really quickly. These little icon stickers also are linked. So the first one right here is a little cleaning icon, and when you click on it, it will give you your cleaning plus your chores, and you can reuse it, erase these, mark it, unmark it. So I definitely wanted to add these. I'm gonna set these up really quickly. So daily chores, I definitely want to make my bed, and again, I really hate my handwriting, so we're going with the text tool. Make bed is always, what am I, like a must? What am I doing? And GoodNotes, it's lagging, of course. Wash dishes, clean kitchen, all of your daily chores. And so on. You can just like make your little list here, and then you can come every single day or at the end of the week and just like say if you did it, if you didn't, and then when the week is over, you can reset by just grabbing your eraser, erase these, and be ready for the next week. Or you can duplicate it, put it in your weeklies. I don't know, you can do whatever you want. And then there's like a specific chores that you do certain days of the week. You can add them in here. And then you have little notes. I will also add things for my dog. So I know, for example, on Wednesday, I need to clean his ears. And of course, I need to do this like calmly, like thinking of every single thing that I have to do, checking my past year's planner and all of that stuff. Things like that. You do have monthly chores. And again, you can just like have these. This is definitely not something that you want to erase because this has like the whole year in here, and then quarterly chores as well. So, and then just like little notes to yourself. And I love that this is digital planning because you can really easily change things. If this is not working for you, you can just grab different tasks, move them around, see like maybe you can on Wednesday because now you have something else to do on Wednesday and it's like really packed. It's also important to see like if you have like a huge to-do list one of the days, you might want to move things around so that you have a little bit of time if anything don't go as planned, which happens a lot of the time. So I do really love these, and I love that you go into your inbox and you have the option of just like clicking on it and you have these routines set up for yourself. I have a skincare routine which is like, it's become a little bit of a problem because I've never had problem with my skin before until recently. I really feel like if I'm not taking like really good care of it, it goes to hell. So I definitely want to have like a little routine, weekly routine, daily AM, PM, like skincare routine, and then like a little monthly thing. I definitely want to add here little sessions. I want to go ahead and get facials done. Just to like a good like cleaning facial with a professional would be nice, and they told me to do it once a month, so I'm gonna be tracking that. Hopefully I can do it like every single month this year, but we'll see. And you do have like a little healthy list throughout the planner. You do have like little things like this, like a healthy list, things that you can read once in a while and just remember to yourself to chill out, because sometimes, especially as planner girls, we like to plan everything. We have to have like control over everything, and we need that reminder that like it is okay, you're doing your best, and like look how you are like getting your life together already, like it's gonna be fine, that type of a thing. And throughout all of the months you also get little quotes, so I definitely need to like add this in here. I definitely want to do home facials, a couple of times a week, and this is something that I'm gonna share with you as well. You can just like put that here and then use your highlighter and see like whenever you want to do these. So I kind of want to do mine on Saturdays and I think Wednesdays. So I'm just gonna put those dots in there, and then when the week comes, I know that these are the days that I want to do it, and if I do it, I can just check it. If I feel like I didn't do it this day but I do it this day, I can check it here and I can see like I was a day off. And then when I'm doing my weekly reflection, I can say like, why do I need to like change this routine, or is it still working? It was just like a one-time thing, that sort of a thing. So it's like really important. So I'm gonna set that up as well, because I want to go into my bedroom and actually see like my products and see what I'm using, if I need to change anything. This can also be really helpful, like if you move something, you will realize it because you have it here, and you will add like a new product, and then you realize that it's not really being good for your skin. You know exactly what product it is, So having a little bit of control of that is really nice. Let's go into our next. We do have this little checklist, so you can use this for anything that you want. I'm gonna be using this also, I feel like, as a brain dump, and I don't know, you can really use it however you want, and you can use categories in here, or you can do like product ideas. You can do whatever you want, and you can be like actually designing the product. You can do putting a YouTube video on it, putting an Instagram post on it, listing whatever product it is, like, and just checking off like the progress of that. Or you can just be like, does this need to be in my schedule? Does this need to be done? Is this just like an idea? Is it something I'm waiting on that is like not my responsibility? Is it something that I don't know, I need to email someone about? And then you can just like write whatever it is in your brain, and then you can put like, oh, I need to email someone about this. And when that gets done, when it gets completed and it's out of your mind, you can just like check it off or just delete it out of here. So it's just like a little running to-do list or a little running checklist of things. And then when you're done with these and you have like all of it checked, you can erase it and again start all over. So just like however you want to use it, really. You do have a little fitness page, and I honestly never use a fitness page. I just do my best, you guys, but maybe I should actually start, tracking and doing stuff like that. But I feel like I'm gonna do more of a general thing. I put this in here if anyone really needs it. We have this little coffee cup, and this will take you to your projects. So you have 6 different projects that you can be working at once. I feel like that's more than enough. Yeah, so if you click on it, you will go into the project page. So let's go into a project number 3. You have project number 3. You can do like a little start date, end date, budget, and the actual cost of the project, because that happens a lot. You can write here or here whatever the project it is. You can put objectives, you can do a little bit of a brainstorm, and all of your to-do list and the due date where you want to accomplish that, and then you can just check that off. You have a little bit of grid page here to really use as whatever inspiration you can. If you want to put like pictures for inspo, if you want to do quotes, if you want to do like measurements of things that you need, if you need like materials, you can list them here. Like, you can do whatever you want. And then a little timeline, so that when you are like working on it, you can like fill this out and feel like you are making progress in your projects. So all of this is just for like project settings, so you have all of these in here. If we go back into our index or inbox, you have this little notebook, and you just have notes in here, which is the kernel, I don't know how to do that, type of thing, where you put like word here, and then you can put ideas on that, or you can put like a definition of that, and you have like a little bit of dot underneath. So I feel like this is very universal. You can do lots of things with this. If you have like a meeting, you can use this for your meeting. If you have just like a really quick thing that you need to like brainstorm and put your ideas in one piece for something, you can use this. Just like a little note section is always really nice and important to have. The next thing we have is the key, and of course these are going to be our passwords. I like that the passwords are a little bit secure, not super like in the tab here that says passwords, so only what these little dots are. And I feel like that's really nice to just have that, even if you have like your planner out and like all of your stuff out, it's not completely for everyone to see. So it's just a little password page. If you have more, you can duplicate it and continue on with that. So you do get a little bit of privacy. I don't want everyone to see like all of my passwords, all my notes, my skincare routine. So it's all kind of hidden in here, but you know what it is, The last thing is little book icon. If you are reading any books, if you are recommended any books, and you just want to keep track of that, you can just put like the title, the author. You can do like your 5-star rating, date the progress. As you are reading it, you can see like how long it took you to read it, and just like a little review. You can also blank. It's important to note with any planner that you get, you can blank it by taking a screenshot of the blank part of it, copy, paste, and then you can blank anything that you want. So if you don't want to put like your progress here of the book, if you want to do like quotes instead, or you want to do like a bigger review or whatnot, you can go ahead and just like, blank anything that you want, and then just like add that your review or whatnot. You're not like completely bound to anything. It doesn't matter what planner you're using, by the way. So those are a little bit of, like secret links for you all and things like that. When you go, now we can go into monthlies. Oh my gosh, as you can see, there's like a lot. These little memos here are also linked, and these are just little notebooks. So memo 1, you swipe and you can just like use this as little notebooks for anything that you want to like have a little bit more control, have a little of extra trackers, have a little of extra whatever. And they're completely blank, so you can really customize it and make it your own, do whatever you want, copy any other page from the whole planner, copy the notes section into here, copy the finance section for any month into here, and just like do more of a brain dump. Whatever it is that you need, you can add into your little notebooks and completely customize them. And as you can see, all of these are linked so that you can go into your stickers. If you have GoodNotes, if you're using GoodNotes, you do have the GoodNotes file, so when you go into like the day dots, it will already come with like all of these day dots here. But if you're using the like any other app, you will have the PDF. You can import it anywhere that you're using it, and you will have to add those stickers that will come as a PNG, or you can just not, you can just like keep them on a different like folder and whatnot. But you have the option of like having that, clicking on them, and having your stickers, like everything just in the planner, like in one place. So now let's go. We find like we've finished everything else except for the monthlies. Every single monthly comes pretty much the same. When you click on it, you have this little overview. I really love having a quote here. Again, you can blank these out and put your own thing, or you can leave it like that. I feel like all of these are pretty minimalistic. I can show you a couple of them. So I do really like them. I feel like they're really nice. So, you have that, and you have like a little bit of focus of the month. You can go back into your goals and just like add a little bit of focus. If something is not going and working as much as you want it to do, you can focus on that month. It can be like a season of, if it's December, focus of the month is going to be, of course, family and friends. If you're in February, even if you are like getting married or something like that, that's going to be obviously your focus. So you have a little bit of space to like, set an intention, if you will. You have a little bit of a master to do, so depending of that focus, depending on checking on your goals, all of that, you do that. And then important dates, you can do birthdays, you can do festivities, you can do days that you're not gonna work, vacations, all of the rest of the stuff in here that you sometimes are thinking about. Also, if you like realize something really quick, like, oh, on August, on that date, something's gonna happen, you click on it, you jot it in here. If you don't have like time to like, you can go into the monthly, put the stickers, all that stuff. If you swipe or if you click on this little icon, it will bring you in that month. So it doesn't matter where you are on the month. These ones are also completely linked, so you can go to any of the days. And for example, here we're on September, so if I go here, we're gonna go into that month's overview, and you can like have that really quickly. You have little notes section here. You can use it as bullet points, you can use it as a review, you can use it as a to-do list, you can use however you want. You again have little important dates here in notes, because sometimes these get really crowded. So if you just want to do like for example, birthdays, you can just add the little dots in here, and then just add actually, like whose birthday it is or what festivity that is. If you have to like do payments, you can do dots in one color. Like I'm gonna use a rose color, and I know that rose means that it's the payment, and then you can just like expand here so that it's not like a cluttered in this little thing, because it happens to me that I don't have space enough for like everything that I want to put in there. So that's like the little idea of that. We do have to swipe to have our little trackers, which are also here. If you click on this little tab, that's gonna bring you to your habit trackers. You have a habit tracker, mood tracker, sleep tracker, and then a health tracker. You can use this however you want, of course, doing your habits according to your goals, according to your routines page right here, all of that. And you can set these at the beginning of each month, or you can like go ahead crazy right now and just set every single month with them. And then I love the sleep tracker. And I am really excited to do this because you can actually just see how many hours you're sleeping, and then at the end of the month kind of see like a little graph of that, and then compare it with your mood tracker of how you're feeling, and just kind of have a couple of graphs right there to signify. You can see the correlation between sleep and mood and health tracking, and I think that just having all of them in one place will let you see a little bit of what you're doing. If you're sleeping a certain way, how is your health going, things like that, and you can really see how everything that you're doing works together, or if it doesn't. So I think that's super important. You do have a little finance section for the month, and it goes with your little budget for September. You can add, you can start budgeting, you have category, description, budget, and actual. And I really like this because you can set limits of how much you want to spend on things. So you can do a category, I don't know. You can do really important stuff like lifestyle things. You can do category fun, you can do category books, and then just do description. You can do new releases, you can do book club books, you can do things like that, and just really go into detail on that, and then set up a budget, and then see how much you actually spend on that and your totals. I think that's really important. Here on the top you have what you're budgeting, your actual amount, and the difference. How much extra are you spending? If it's an actual budget, or if you need to change some stuff. And you have both pages. You can do one for personal, one for my family stuff. You can do one for personal, one for business. Or if you have a lot of categories and you really want to go into detail on things, you totally can with this. And then you have a little non-essential spending. So if you don't have a category for it, it's probably a non-essential thing, so you can do the description, the amount, and just have a little total on those impulse buys, on those things that you really didn't need, that you were oh, that's so cute, I really, really want it right now. It's okay, just put it into your budget, so you can keep an eye on that. And this is definitely one of my goals. I definitely want to be more mindful of where my money is going, how I'm spending that, why am I spending it, And having this will really set me up for success in that front. And then you have a little reflection on your budgeting goals. You can do a really quick weekly reflection, and you can set up things like word of the month, your budget, your total of no spending days. And good notes is lagging again. Your starting debt, your total applied to debt, ending debt, things like that. And then you have little priority things. You can also do more things like saving goal, things like that. So you can really, depending on your goals on your finance, you can set this up really nicely and really keep an eye on how you're spending your money and be more mindful of it. You have then your really quickly monthly reflection. You have your September notes here. Again, here you have goals to review, and then monthly reflection, just some questions to really make you think about your month, and also that will keep you thinking on what's coming next, how to take more actionable steps towards next month to make sure you're moving towards your goal. And of course we have here goals to review. You can click on it. Apparently it's 9 months in September, so that you can come back here in your goals and do your review, check if you're doing this, see if you get a reward for doing it or not, things like that. And if you have to change some stuff, this is the time. So this is pretty much it. I will definitely be back to set up my task cards, because I definitely want to make a video on how to do that and how to use them, because I feel it's going to be really useful for people. Because there's things that you have to do over and over again, and you don't want to be writing them. I was doing this for my bills. I can show you really quickly a little example. So I have that here. And I have my monthly payments here. I have my subscription and things that I have to pay off. So every single month I had to be flipping one month or another. And now I can just put this in my whatever month I'm working it. And I'm out of battery. And just do a really quickly, just drag into the monthly view. And I don't have to be going back and forth on the monthly. So I hope you like this little setup video. I definitely have to do a lot of the things, and I feel like a lot of them are quite personal, but they're like really important things to set up, important things to think about for the new year. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you beautiful planner girls in more, hopefully with more functional videos. Bye bye.